Hello, it's Magical Founded. How are you all today? Just thought I'd give you a quick update and another lesson on how to do tie-dye. I was requested to do this one, so I was more than happy to do so. I'm ready to get my apron on, and I'm going to show you a few tricks on how to do some tie-dye work. This time we're not going to be using bleach, so for those who are absolutely petrified of using the bleach and getting it absolutely everywhere, you do not need to worry because you're about to make a mess with colour. So a few safety tips. If you're a little kid, get your mum to watch you. If you're not sure what you're doing, please watch this video first. I'll watch another tie-dye video so you can gain a bit of confidence. Don't just jump out and think you know what you're doing, because sometimes it can go really wrong. Please don't eat or drink near it, and please wear gloves, and please be safe. And don't do it in your Sunday best. And please do not go into an area where it is white, clean, and your mum's favourite room, because I can guarantee you it's going to get on your hands and it is going to get messy. So let me get my apron on and I'll meet you downstairs. So I'm dressed in my apron and I am ready to try my tie-dye kit. So here I have So Crafty tie-dye kit spring edition. Now I found this for £3 in Aldi. I'm not quite sure if it's still available, but I'm going to show you a few basic tips on how to make a very effective, good, cheap outcome on how to do tie-dye. Now here we have a small basic instructions. I'm going to follow that one, and I'm also going to try a few of my own techniques as well to see how that's going. So the first one is the starting point, I guess. Okay, so here are our elastic bands. Now we all know that elastic bands are going to be used to not affect the colour underneath. So if you've got white fabric, if you've got the elastic band there, it's going to remain white. So the tie-dye will either bleed slightly into it or not touch it at all. Fabric. Okay, so I've got through the instructions and here's what I can gather. This is my first proper time doing tie-dye, so results may vary. So tie-dye kit. So here's what the instructions have told me. So it says that if we use cotton, linen and velcro fabric, apparently the results will be lighter on wool, silk and polystyrene cotton blends. So I think this might come out quite dark from what I can assume from this. Let's have a look at what materials we're actually dealing with here. It's actually 100% cotton, so we may have a light or a very dark result. It also depends on how much how long you leave this in the powder. So what we're going to need is suitable fabric, which is this, the dye bottles, which are here, elastic bands here, gloves, as you see, water and cling film. So it's always important to wear gloves because you don't know if you're allergic to the substance or if it can have a strange reaction in your hands. Also, you don't want to go around with white grey hands. You may put yourself or other people off. And also, don't wear your Sunday best. Make sure you wear some old clothes that you feel comfortable getting messy. This is not a cleaning procedure. So first of all, I've been told to get the fabric damp. So here we have a lime colour. Here we have a yellow. That I'm going to show you is the fold in, fold out technique. So we have a piece of the fabric here. It's damp just like the instructions said. So I shall demonstrate what to do. Okay, so we're going to dip this into the fabric. I've only put a little bit of resistance on this though, so we'll see how it looks like when it's bled out. So in it goes. And again, I forgot to put my gloves on, so I hope this doesn't go into a complete mess. So I'm going to use a technique that is used on the back of the box. So let's have a look how this goes. So I shall show you what it looks like in the front. I'm really liking them colours. This is like some kind of witch's evil brew colour. So again, we're going to put our resistance on. So again, I've still got some rubber bands from left over. Now it says here that I should roll this up, so I'm going to fold it in half, going to fold it in half again, and then I'm going to roll it up like this, so it looks a little bit like this. Or, if you want to make a bit more resistance, we can even fold it up again if we want to. But I think it's going to make quite an interesting spiral look. That's what it says in the box anyway. So we're going to wrap this around like that. That this isn't going to look very good this way, so I think I want to go back to my original have a look. Let's have a shuffle. My favourite word of the day. So here we go, we've got a nice, folded out and resistant, ready to go for a tie-dye. So we're going to use our first colour, which is a lime green colour, and I shall do it in a very quick method so we can get straight to the results. My dog is actually at the side of me, giving me a staring look of, will I give him something? The answer is yes, I will give him some. I'll give him a treat for being a good boy and not licking my foot. Okay, so that's one. Here, we're going to mix the colours. So we're just going to roll it in, massage it in very faintly like that. Remember, we're using what we've got. Oh my gosh, I forgot to put my glove on. So please, before you do anything, make sure you put your gloves on. It is really important so it doesn't take to your hand. You want it to take to your fabric. So it is mixing very nicely. Because there is a little less of it, there'll be less colour and it will be a little bit of a lighter as a result. But that is okay, because not everything has to be saturated in colour, even though I'd love the world to look like that as well. So I've just done the first colour, taking my gloves off. I shan't really be doing this, but I shall show you. So yes, it looks like a very odd shaped broccoli, but hopefully it's going to have a very nice outcome. I've also thought of doing something a little bit wacky, a little bit wild. Obviously we've got some remaining ink in the bowl. Now, we don't want to waste anything here, so I'm thinking of doing a little bit of an ombre looking thing with another piece of cloth. Should we see how it goes? Using a different technique. So as I've said that I'd really like to try a new technique and not waste my ink, so I'm going to fill up another bottle either with a darker or lighter colour and see if we can create like a spotting dotty technique. So let me fill it up. As you can see, it is bled very nicely into my fabric. I will leave this to dry, or at least dampen up a little bit. Now, as I have been asked, well, can I do the fork technique? Let me go get a fork. So here we have 2 more reds left, which is awesome. Now with this one, we're going to be trying the fork technique. Now I'm not 100% sure how this goes, but I'm going to give it my best shot anyway. So I'm just going to put some more colour back into my bowl. I think I'm just going to do a yellow sample on this one. It looks very pea looking, but that's okay. I think actually we're going to put some more green in there as well because we all love green. Ooh, looking very nice. And I think I'm going to try and there is the colour I'm going to mix it into. Looks very vegetable like. So I believe you fold this in half like this, but because it's quite a bit, it's quite big, obviously you're going to scrunch it up. I'm going to put it in the fabric like that, and I believe you scrunch it up like so. I'm not sure whether you're supposed to do this while the fabric. Now I think I've done it slightly differently because I haven't put resistance on this and I don't really want to. I want it to be as organic as I can look at, and that is the look we get with the fork. The fork is strong here, and I don't really know for resistance. I want this to bleed in naturally. You don't always have to use resistance on this. I just want to emphasise that resistance isn't always important, because at the end of the day, if you want an organic look, this is the best way to do it. So you just put a fork in the middle, turn it up, and imagine it's going to look quite nice. So we've got a flower spiral look there, which I really am going to be happy with, or I hope so. And here is going to be the last thing. I don't know what exactly what I'm going to do with this, but I believe the triangle look is quite nice, a nice look. So again, I'm going to put my green in the bowl. Because we've got the triangle. Now we are going to need resistance with this because, as you know, it is a triangle. So as I'm meant to believe, or what I can remember from my BTEC, is fold it up into a square and then naturally just fold it into a triangle like that, and keep folding it into a triangle until you cannot do it anymore. So I have achieved that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put an elastic band around it. So what I'm doing now is going to wash out all my leftover ingredients. You cannot reuse it as it goes off, I'm afraid, but there are still some colours for future demonstrations. So let me clean up and I'll get back to you. my flower nerds, that is all time we have for now. But I just wanted to recap over my results. So, as you've just seen the pictures before, I think my favourite method definitely has to be the triangle method. I love the way how it circles around, and I love how the colours bleed into each other. Now remember, this is my first time using colour tie-dye, so all the results weren't exactly how I was going to imagine. But as I know, it's okay not to get it right this time, and I have plenty of time to practice. So please keep that in your mind as well. So if things don't go right first time, it's always okay to try again. Personally, my favourite technique is using the bleach tie-dye method, but I think the organic and vegan tie-dye I used today is definitely very effective and very bright. So if you want to go for that, it's whatever suits you. So that's Magical Flower Nerd signing off for today, and I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll be back with more videos and a podcast for you very, very soon. Lottie loves you, baby, and stay safe.